Hi everybody, it's Susan. I'm back today with the finished mini album that I previewed in my last video. And what this is, guys, this is a little mini album that I made using the Wendi Vecchi Art parts shapes and the modeling film. Let me get in here for you quick. Okay, you can see here this is the black modeling film, and what I did with that was first I used a script stamp and I stamped it with white pigment ink. Heat set that, and then I went over that with my ink blending tool and my faded jeans. And I think it's really cool that the distress ink will stick to the pigment ink. So that's cool. The other inks that I used on this one would be my brushed corduroy and my frayed burlap. All from the Tim Holtz Distress ink line, of course. So I'm going to move this a little so you can get a better look. Got a couple little charms hanging off of a 7 Gypsies clip here. You can see those. This is one of the Wendi Vecchi Art Parts flower shapes. A vintage button that I had in my stash. I have used the Tim Holtz Crowded Attic paper collection throughout the mini. This says it's all perspective, and of course that's from the new Tim Holtz stamp set that I picked up. It's got some brown seam binding on the side. Let me zoom out a little here. Pretty simple, and I kept this book very simple. You will see that there are pages with nothing on them. I actually want to be able to put photographs in this mini. So flip this open. I've got just simply some Nostalgics sticky back lace on there and some 7 Gypsies 97% done tags. Very simple. Those are held on with a clip so that I can add photos or journaling or whatever I choose later. I distress the edges with my Tim Holtz distressing tool and then ink them. I inked one with the frayed burlap and the other with the faded jeans. Pretty simple to do. On this page I have one of the nostalgic file folders that I distressed the edges, added some frayed burlap and some faded jeans ink to it, blending it in. This opens up so I can put photos here. The stickers in the back and the stick pin are all from the Nostalgics collection, and I gotta tell you guys, I am getting my money's worth out of that collection. I absolutely love it. It's easy to use. The stickers, I can ink the edges and it sticks well. I just really like it. And this page, I made a little tag pocket, and I actually used, let me take these off of here, I actually used one of the Tim Holtz tickets. Set it up on some foam tape, and you've got a pocket. Here's a tag that I cut from the design paper, inked up the back. Very simple to do. The buttons and the pin are from the Nostalgics collection, the paper clip. This little sticker, of course, is from the Tim Holtz Crowded Attic collection. I made a real simple tag to slide under there. Again, for photos. This page here, this little circle, is also from the Wendi Vecchi Crowded Attic, or Wendi Vecchi Art Parts collection. Just simply put some design paper on it, and I've used the Tim Holtz reinforcers. And that's it. And this I want to be able to put a picture on. Edged it with my faded jeans distress ink and done. Over here on this side, I've used my nostalgic stickers again. This says Dream. There's a spot here where I can put a little photo. I've got some stamps, postage mark in the back. And like I said, this mini was so fat by the time I got all of the pages in it that I wanted to keep it flat. It was already bulky enough. And by the way, the round larger pages are just coasters. That's all they are. They're just plain coasters. Again, this one just has the design paper and some reinforcers. And when I put pictures in this, I may add a few more embellishments. I may not. I haven't really decided. This side is also plain. It's got a little frayed burlap around the edge. The reinforcers. And then this side, I'm going to zoom in here for you. Get a little closer. Okay, this is one of the Wendi Vecchi Art parts. This is the large flower. Simply put some design paper on it. I misted that with my homemade glimmer mist with Perfect Pearls and the color Perfect Pearl. And that's my new favorite, you guys. I gotta tell you. I plan to pick up some of the Perfect Pearl Ranger sprays because I love the Perfect Pearl so much. I've got a little word stick here from Tim Holtz. This is actually one of the Prima flower trims. Let me grab that trim quick so I can show you. That is actually this stuff. Okay, and all I did to that was simply, I cut off a flower, obviously, trimmed the mesh around close, put it in a baggie, sprayed some glimmer mist in it, and I'm trying to find the right bottle. It was one of the chocolate glimmer mists. I'm not sure which one, doesn't matter. Smushed it around, pulled it out, let it dry. Then what I did to get the metal flower in the center was I cut the center out. I just took my scissors and cut the middle out. And that left a hole so that I could then attach the metal flowers. These are cut, obviously, with the Tim Holtz Tattered Florals die. Put the white paint in the background, inked over it with the frayed burlap, and double embossed it. That's it. Stuck some buttons in the middle. Super, super easy. And on this side, I have one of the actual Prima flower trims. And all I did with this one was I got out my Faded Jeans re-inker. I put a couple of drops in a baggie, added some water, threw it in, squished it around, let it dry. That's the whole thing. Got a few feathers back here in the background. And these, I don't know that they're actually usable for tags, but when I got them done, they were really cute. And if you guys are interested, I will do a tutorial on how I made these, because you could obviously make these bigger so that they're actually usable. But I really had fun. These are actually the fronts. This one, and you can see these are made with the Tim Holtz texture fade. They were super easy, and you could put a little photo or a little word sticker or something on the back of each one if you wanted to. In this page, I just simply used a standard tag, folded it in half, made a pocket out of it. I put a little plain tag inside to put a picture on. And this little cutout I just did with a 7/8 circle punch. And then this little flower I did the same as the one on the front, except I used one of the Tim Holtz timepieces and some spinners. Dressed up the timepiece a little bit with some white paint, frayed burlap ink, and glossy accents. That's it. Makes it real shiny. Seals that paint and that ink in there so that it doesn't get messed up over time. Okay. And this page, this is another one of the Nostalgics collections here in the background. Of course, this is a little piece I cut from the Tim Holtz design paper. There's a little sticker from the Nostalgics collection. And what I decided to do with this was actually a little book with pages in the inside. I didn't really want the pages because, again, I was trying to keep this mini flat, or as flat as I could. So I took the pages out, and I'm simply going to use this for photo mats. And then it closes itself, keeps itself shut, just like that. Super simple. And on this page it says, what if your fears and dreams exist in the same place? Would you still go there? That is my favorite Tim Holtz sentiment stamp right there. I absolutely love it. And all I did with this, I stamped it with pigment ink, embossed it with clear embossing powder. I did some little swirls from one of his older sets that I have there. And the flowers, let me get in so you can see them. The flowers are just using my metal flower technique, and they're actually paper flowers. They end up looking like metal. And I used some vintage buttons in the center that I dressed up a little bit with some alcohol ink. And that was that. Really, really easy. But strangely enough, this is one of my favorite pages. I think because I like this saying so much. And the back, I simply inked it up with a frayed burlap and signed it. And that's that. But look at how bulky this is, you guys, with very few large embellishments in it. It's still super bulky. So there you go. That is my mini. I'm off to Memory Bound this afternoon. I'm going to drop off my design team projects, maybe pick up a few supplies, and I'll be back in the studio this weekend. Our heat index in Iowa for the next week is supposed to be over 100. I will be staying in the house. No doubt about it. Oh, one more thing before I go, you guys. I want to show you what I had left of the Wendi Vecchi Art Parts pack that I showed you in my design team haul. I got the value pack, as you guys know, and it was absolutely loaded with goodies. This is what I have left out of that whole pack. That is it. That's all that didn't get used. And these two, as you can see, I've already got some Tim Holtz paper on. Those are going into another project. So when I'm done, that's all that I will have to put in my stash out of the value pack that I got from Memory Bound. I absolutely love the stuff. I can't wait for the new release to come out. So that's it, guys. As always, thank you all for watching my videos, for leaving me comments. I love the comments. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 1,000. So that's it, guys. Everybody have a great weekend. Bye-bye.